So two quick examples of this. If you had I to the 19th, all right, you take the 19, you divide it by 4, and you get 4.75. We only care about the 0.75. All right, the 0.75 tells me that it's the same thing as I to the third. If you want to know why, it's because 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. That's why it is. All right, so that means I'm going to substitute in a minus I. So I to the 19th just becomes negative I. And that's because if I actually did 19 square root of negative ones, all right, and then went down through and paired them all up, I would end up with a negative I when I canceled all the negatives out and everything else out. All right, so I changed an I to the 19th into a negative I to the 34th. Okay, and again, we do literally any number. Right, I to the 34th, you get 34 divided by 4, which gives you a 0.5. And again, all I care about is the 0.5. All right, the 0.5 tells me that it's the same thing as I squared, which is negative 1. All right, so I squared is negative 1. That means I'm going to swap in a negative 1 if I had an I to the 34th. All right, so we're literally what I'm doing here is figuring out what to substitute in. Then after that, I'll have to combine like terms if that's happening. All right, but it's only going to be happening some of the times. So go down through these problems. There's a bunch of them and skip around. If you do the first 3 and they seem pretty easy, then skip ahead 4 or 5 problems and kind of go down through, but try at least a couple of them towards the end because that's what a Regents exam is going to ask you to do. Some kind of distribution and then some kind of replacement and then combining like terms to arrive at a final